Damas y caballeros, aquí en Londres les presento a la esencia de excelencia, el orgullo de la gente. Él es Alberto.
What's been impressive is that Del Rio has made no excuses. He's just looking forward to his title opportunity come next month at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, and he might should have made some excuses. It wasn't very smart to get right back in the ring with that injury, but that is Alberto Del Rio, and one reason he has been such a great champion.
No disqualification seems to favor Jack Swagger, at least that's what the pundits say.
Well, hold that thought, though, because both of these superstars are going into this match less than 100%. You're going to see that Jack Swagger's arm's still heavily bandaged. The knee of Alberto Del Rio will be bandaged as well in this no disqualification match.
That is because Jack Swagger was hanging off the stage last week when Del Rio had the cross arm breaker locked in. Of course, Swagger has targeted Del Rio's knee for a number of weeks now. So this is no disqualification. Anything goes. Swagger and Del Rio here tonight to kick off Smackdown.
John, you said last week was an incredible match. I think we're going to see a different type of match here in this environment.
Well, it's different because it's allowed. What we saw last week was an incredible fight between two warriors, both that were wounded.
And look at Del Rio wasting one side going right after Jack Swagger. And there goes Swagger. This past Wednesday on Main Event, some very inflammatory comments made toward both Del Rio and Ziggler by Swagger's founding father, Zeb Coulter, as Del Rio takes out Swagger. And notice one thing, Del Rio landed on his feet. It didn't seem like the knee bothered him that much that time.
It's been a week. I don't know if that knee has recovered or not. It's like a charging bull. Right to that bull's-eye that arm.
You see Del Rio just launching himself into Jack Swagger. This is all legal, no countouts, no disqualifications. You got to win by pinfall or submission.
Here we go. Here we go. Zeb Coulter claiming that Del Rio, quote, weaseled his way into the championship match next month.
Out come the toys.
And Jack Swagger, the first to use the kendo stick. And now tucking in the injured leg of Del Rio. And again, Swagger, former world champion.
That bandage on Alberto Del Rio's left knee ought to be a bullseye, because that is what Jack Swagger knows he's going after.
It all centers around Jack Swagger's signature maneuver, the Patriot Lock.
Swagger incensed over the fact, again, that Del Rio's involved in this matchup next month. Swagger and Coulter claim that the only reason Ziggler's the world champ today is because of the damage that they did. And as you see Del Rio catching the kendo stick.
Would you disagree with Zeb Coulter?
Not at all. I think they have a great point.
But you also have to remember that Alberto Del Rio never got his rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship. That was awarded by Swagger.
Del Rio right to the midsection. Del Rio down hard and again on the bad knee. Got to keep an eye on Coulter and, well, for that matter, Rodriguez as well.
Thank you for finally being fair.
Rodriguez still his ankle and boot broken by Swagger.
I'm gonna break you!
WWE fans here, a huge crowd at the O2 in London trying to will Del Rio on. Ooh, he caught it. Now they brawl outside the ring.
What a right hand by Swagger.
Yeah, wow. No love lost between these two men at all.
No count out either. It's all legal, Michael.
Suplex on the steel ramp. And again, this rivalry between these two men is so personal, especially with many of the comments that sent Del Rio's way from Coulter.
And that took a lot out of Del Rio, too.
No disqualification here tonight. Anything goes between Del Rio and Swagger.
Michael, these guys emptied the tank last Friday. We're going to see the same thing tonight.
And here we go.
I told you, bring out the toys. start Smackdown.
A 10-foot ladder being introduced by Del Rio.
Watch out, Swagger!
A steal. Face first. Suddenly, Del Rio has taken complete control. Can he capitalize when we return to Smackdown?
Hi, WWE Universe. It's the Funkasaurus, Brodus Clay. All the cool moves that I learned in the WWE ring, I learned on Planet Funk. I know, what I do looks like a lot of fun, but remember, I spent years training to be a WWE superstar, and every move that I do to entertain you is done safely. I wouldn't want someone to call my mama for being unsafe. So remember, stay funky, be smart, be safe, and don't try this.
Referee can't do anything. This is all legal.
Now it's Del Rio's turn.
They give the assist to the corner there. Cover. And a kick out.
Zeb Coulter smartly grabbed that kendo stick and got it out of there.
Wise to protect Swagger from more damage. And Alberto calling for it, the patented cross arm breaker, a submission hold. Love to lock you down on the bad arm of Swagger.
Here we go.
Del Rio going for it, looking to float through. Swagger with a great counter. And again, a kick out. Swagger to the chin. Man, might have him here. Swagger could be out. And he kicks out at 2.5. Near fall for Del Rio.
Watch Jack Swagger's head bounce right there. As close as you can get.
Nothing fancy about that. That's a kick in the mush. How resilient is Jack Swagger? What a couple of battle-tested warriors we got going at it.
And we've learned how resilient Del Rio is in recent weeks as well. What a move! Go for the Patriot lock. He picked the ankle of Del Rio. Swagger went for the lock, and Del Rio countered into the armbreaker. Into the armbreaker.
You can't break on the ropes. You can't break on the ropes.
But you can pin him. Yeah, and Swagger with a great counter there, forcing Del Rio to break because he was in a pinning combination. And now head first, shoulder first. Swagger cover, hooks the leg, and Del Rio stays alive. Wow.
What a crash Del Rio had in that turnbuckle.
Speaking of it, here it was. Del Rio.
And a steel chair there as well. Del Rio went off turnbuckle chair. Still managed to stay alive.
This is about to get fun.
Oh!
Not for Swagger.
No, not at all. That was a great counter by Del Rio.
Looked like the ladder went right into the face of Jack Swagger.
You can see the damage on his chin and his mouth.
Let's see if we can
Watch
see
here.
it. The ladder was snapped right there. Connect to the chin of Swagger.
I'm not sure there's anything left of these two guys.
Whoa. Zeb Coulter trying a little sneak attack there. Little ambush. Look at Swagger. The skull of Del Rio. Coulter made his money there.
Yes, he did. That's the genius of Zeb Coulter. Could be a difference maker.
Now what's Swagger looking to do? Quickly into the ring, quickly into the cover. Hooks the bad leg again at Del Rio and manages to stay alive.
What an incredible way to start Friday night.
Well,
Del Rio will not give up.
every one of these matches is critical to building some momentum to next month and Extreme Rules for the world title.
Del Rio is something special. The guy finds a way to keep going.
Hey, Swagger
he finds
is
a way
too.
to win. Absolutely, both of them are.
Swagger, nice counter. And this to the armbreaker. Armbreaker in. On the back.
Got locked in.
And Swagger, look at this. Swagger doing a great job. Trying to prevent Del Rio. Now it gets in. Now it's locked in. Armbreaker's in. And look at Coulter. Zeb Coulter with the assist.
It's all legal, Michael.
He handed the kendo stick to Jack Swagger, allowing Swagger to take advantage. And it'll allowed Swagger to break the arm breaker by using the kendo stick.
Swagger sees an opening, he takes it immediately. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Oh, look at this. Gut-wrench powerbomb by Swagger. Cover, hooks the bad leg again this time, and he's got it. Jack Swagger uses the ladder and the gut-wrench to pick up the
Here's
win.
your winner, Jack Swagger.
What an incredible match. If I was Stone Singer, I would be very worried.
The past 2 weeks on Smackdown, Swagger and Del Rio have engaged in 2 awesome contests.
But what a way to kick off Friday Night Smackdown.